everyone, it's Reagan, there's Clay, and welcome to the start of another weekend reading vlog. It is a gloomy Saturday afternoon, and I'm excited to be starting another vlog for you guys. It is the weekend before Thanksgiving, so Clay and I are honestly just planning on having just a cozy weekend at home, doing our usual stuff, but I'm really excited about the TBR, as I usually am going into this reading weekend. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the books. So the primary book I'm planning to read for this weekend reading vlog is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This is just under 500 pages and it's a very anticipated YA urban fantasy novel. I've heard such good things about this. It's on my November TBR and I just definitely want to make sure I read it before the end of the month because I just have a feeling I'm going to love it. As I've been doing recently with my weekend reading vlogs, I kind of have a primary novel which I've been reading from beginning to end, but then I also have my second book if I end up finishing it and having some extra time, which for me is definitely The Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. I have passed the 50% mark. This is a 900-page book and it's essentially what I read during the week, and then I read other books on the weekend. Weird schedule, but this is incredible. It is so good. I love it. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just so good. All my Robin Hobb stans know they've been wanting me to read this. I can see why. The culmination of all the females in the Vestrit family coming together is making my soul sing. But a little bit more about Legendborn, which is the book I will probably be primarily reading from beginning to end. As I said, this is a YA urban fantasy novel which follows our main character Bree, who is kind of looking to escape her family and her family memories after the sudden and unexpected death of her mother. At the beginning of the story, she essentially jumps at a chance to attend a prestigious high school program at the University of North Carolina and moves on campus there to enroll in their classes. On her first night there though, she witnesses a magical attack, and then from there she gets introduced to this underground magical society on campus. I think she meets a boy. She also learns more about her own power, and she also kind of begins to see connections to her mother's passing and perhaps realizes it's not quite the accident that they believed it to be. Again, I've heard exceptional things about this. It's said to be just a fast-paced YA urban fantasy novel, which I'm always looking for. So yeah, I'm really hoping this kind of just is exciting. It's a page turner. We shall see. And this is my primary book for the next 3 days. I actually have Monday off, so this vlog is gonna go from Saturday through Monday, with a lot of relaxing in between. But yeah, welcome to this weekend vlog, and I'm probably gonna get some coffee right now. But just wanted to show you guys my TBR. All right, I'm now headed to the kitchen. I'm gonna make a fresh pot of coffee. I got this Christmas tree mug from Target. I'll link it down below if it's still available. But I was just chatting to my mom on the phone and I just wanted to get a quick poll from other people who are doing solo Thanksgivings this year. So I was calling her because I was wanting to get more info on what the heck I'm doing. And so I was trying to get her to quantify things, but she could not and just was unable to. I'd be like, so mom, how much chicken stock would you say you use for the stuffing? She's like, oh, you know, just chicken stock. I'm like, but how much? She's like, enough chicken stock. I'm like, this is very unhelpful, mom. I'd be like, okay, well, how much sage do you put in? She's like, you know, a good amount. I'm like, you're killing me. I'm like, would you say a teaspoon or a tablespoon? She's like, I really couldn't say. I'm like, goodness gracious, mom. I didn't realize these were secret family recipes that you couldn't tell me. But anyway, we were both laughing because as the conversation went on, she just continuously was not able to quantify anything. And then she realized that she really has just done everything by look and feel for the past my whole life. So she's gonna text me some follow-up notes. But right now I still have no idea what I'm doing. So more coffee it is. All right.
We're making really good progress.
We are. We're on episode 18 of Bleach, everyone. Clay, what are your thoughts from the last vlog? You're wearing the same sweatshirt that we wore last time we reviewed Bleach.
I only wear one item of clothing.
It's a great sweatshirt. I also own it.
Also, I picked it out. And then
yeah, I copied him.
A cool sweater.
I'll credit where credit's due, Clay.
I'm an
cool
influencer.
But anyway, we're on episode 18 of Bleach. So far, so good. Let's learn about Zanpakuto's. Coffee to fuel our anime marathon. It's only 3 p.m., but look how dark it is outside. Winter, guys. This Christmas tree mug is actually really nice. It's a good size, good handle. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's my mug review. Faux Netflix fireplace is on. And let me flip you around. Clay is doing some wrapping for something for a video we're doing later, which actually I'm sure will actually be up before this vlog, but he's doing some wrapping. And so I am going to sit down and do some reading, because why not? I'm really excited. I probably won't read too much today as it's Saturday and Clay works the least on Saturdays, so I'll probably do the bulk of my reading tomorrow and Monday, but I'm really, you know, anticipating picking this book up, so I'm gonna get the reading in while I can. Ooh, I'm so curious to figure out what these are. He picked them all out himself. He was very proud of them. He wouldn't give me any hints either.
Yeah, they're books. That's a hint.
As a hint, thank you, Clay.
They are in English, and that's it.
That's all I get? Well,
yeah.
We'll find out soon. Also, quick update, I was able to read 2 chapters, so I didn't read much, but I read about 35 pages, and I have to say, I really like the writing style so far. It's really drawing me in, so obviously it's too soon to really give any clear opinions, but I would say it's definitely positive so far, and I'm intrigued. I love the college setting, and I love this probably like secret magical society. I don't know, I have a feeling this is going to be very good, but it's still too soon. Matilda is lounging, and we're back to Bleach. We're gonna watch Bleach, and then I think we're gonna start the Queen's Gambit tonight, which was overwhelmingly selected on my Instagram, which we're very jazzed about. Clay and I picked up some very French and a little, what's the word? Splurgy dinner, and we're starting the Queen's Gambit, which we're very excited about. We watched 2 episodes of the Queen's Gambit. Now we're watching the new episode of The Mandalorian. My only complaint about The Mandalorian is that the episodes are like 30 minutes now. What the heck? What the heck?
What the heck?
So disappointing.
I demand hour-long movie quality
television
shows of
weekly.
Star Wars.
I know. By the way, the Queen's Gambit, I can see why it has lots of hype. We've only seen 2 eps, but the main actress who plays the main character, excellent. I hope she wins awards because...
Anna Taylor-Joy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's so... Also, her range between Emma to this is like...
In some ways, I would say she has some similar characteristics.
I mean, they're
like a reserved
standpoint. Yeah.
But very different characters. But you're right.
Yeah.
I really like Emma too. She was really in that.
Anywho, we're gonna watch The Mandalorian now and then go watch more Bleach. Clay and I have had a very successful TV day, but now I'm reading my book, Legendborn. I'm gonna do a bit more reading tonight. We are gonna watch more TV because, you know, the party continues. And by party, I mean Netflix party. That was a grade A Clay level dad joke. But yeah, it's been a really nice, relaxing day. Low-key. Honestly, just hanging out at home sometimes is the best. And lately, that's all we've been doing. And by lately, I mean the past 8 months. But yeah, I'm going to read more Legendborn definitely before I go to sleep. I'm hoping to get to page like 70 tonight. And then obviously, tomorrow and Monday will be my primary reading days because Clay will be working and I'll have those days off. So I can really focus my attention on reading. I also do want to read more Mad Ship because if you've read that book, I'm like right at the halfway point and things are, I mean, things have honestly been happening that entire book. That novel really takes off right where the last one ends. So the pacing is just breakneck. You don't want to put it down, but some very specific things are starting to happen and some storylines and threads are starting to kind of come together. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like the A-team in a way. Or really like the B team, because I really don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm really excited to see it happen kind of thing. But anyway, time to watch more Bleach. Just wanted to mention, I do plan on reading. I know I haven't read much yet in the beginning of this vlog, but I will be doing it tomorrow. But anyway, time to watch. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Using my mega mug. My weekend is all booked. I think that I bought this from the Reese Witherspoon, like, book club website. I saw some bloggers have it and I needed it. But hello, Matilda. I'm sitting down this morning and reading and drinking coffee. And then Clay and I are gonna film our video, which very excitingly involves me opening those packages. I'm really excited. It feels a little bit like Christmas morning, not gonna lie. In other unrelated news, my Taylor Swift folklore merch finally came in after many a month, and I know many of you guys are on the same page, which is very exciting. Cozy. Good timing, because it finally got cold, so these like make sense from like a weather perspective, but the quality is really nice. So now I can rep my folklore merch in my vlogs. Anyway, I'm reading now. Hi, I'm in the process of getting ready to film a video, but before I lost my train of thought, I wanted to quickly just give like initial first impressions of Legendborn. I'm on page 60. I wasn't able to read that much last night because I fell asleep, but I have a feeling I'm going to read a lot of this today. Obviously, I'm hoping to finish it by tomorrow. First impressions are that this book is strong. The writing and the pacing pulls you in immediately. It basically opens on Bree starting in her enrollment on the UNC campus, and there are monsters almost from page 1. What's more, that's definitely gripped me, is Bree herself as a main character. Yes, she's trying to confront and realize what in the world is going on in terms of magic. More than that, she is dealing with the immense grief of the passing of her mother. And in a lot of ways, her enrollment at UNC is her running away from her father, who basically sees and understands her the most in her life, and she doesn't really want that scrutiny right now. And she's not really ready to confront any of her grief, so instead she hides behind anger, and she kind of has this after accident persona, which you definitely see. As a main character, Bree so far is just so rootable, because you just see this young girl with such talent and potential. She seems so extraordinary in the 60 pages I have read, but you also just see a girl who is hurting so much, and you just like really want to give her a hug at the same time, which I'm sure she would hate. But yeah, I've read 60 pages of this book and I'm really liking it, from the writing, from the characters, from the magic and action so far. It's been blistering. The pace is quick. I don't know, I have a feeling that this YA book is definitely one earning all the hype it has gotten already, but we'll obviously see. I have quite a bit of a book left, but it's definitely off to a very strong start, and I'm excited to see more about this Legendborn business, because I feel like it has like old family secret society vibes, which I'm always here for. But yeah, 60 pages, really liking it. Just wanted to give a quick update and say, yeah, this has got some chops so far. Watched some Community, picked up bagels for a lunch, breakfast sort of, you know, Sunday situation. Matilda, we have finished filming. I already edited the video, so it's all about relaxation, my pals. All right, I'm having the ultimate lazy Sunday, and I took a nap after I ate that bagel, but now I put football on, honestly just to have in the background, and I'm going to do what I hope is a good chunk of reading. I'm gonna get a fresh cup of coffee, a mug, day drinking, and sit and read, because I'm really into my book, as I said earlier, and I'm just wanting to read, I don't know, to page like 300 at least today, and I feel like I can definitely do that. And I also really want to play some Legend of Zelda, so once I read, I'm gonna reward myself with that. It's so gloomy out. I feel like we've just had such a gloomy fall winter. I suppose it's probably always like this, but I always forget, and then I act surprised every time winter is like dark. Anyway, time to read. Hi, it's me. I've been reading. I just passed the 100 page mark, and I'm hesitant to say this because I've only read 100 pages, but I think I'm obsessed with this book. I have been drawn in from page 1, and I'm not saying that lightly. I'm not kidding. I picked this book up. I have not been wanting to put it down. I'm completely entranced by this story. And I feel like when it comes to YA marketing, the phrase, the next big YA series, is thrown around a lot. The next big series, like, if you love City of Bones, check this out, or like, this is going to be like a new series that no one can put down. And I kind of always take it with a grain of salt because it's used so much, and it was used for this series, but I can see why. Again, I've only read a fifth of it, but so far, I'm just entranced by the story. The setup is great. the concept is fascinating, and I feel like it can just continuously evolve, and just as we learn more, it's going to be amazing. That being, Bree is now at this college campus, and one, just the college setting is great in terms of going to classes and stuff, and Bree, our main character, is incredibly smart, which I love, just like watching people learn no matter what kind of story it is. But two, she's starting to see these monsters and kind of realizing there's some sort of like secret society on campus. And they're incredibly secretive and non-inclusive, or like trying to recruit her or anything. But she realizes that there's a connection between them possibly and her mother's death. So she takes it upon herself to infiltrate them to get the information she needs to solve the questions of her mother's death. Evolving from there, she has like a student mentor who's a part of the secret society, though he left it. And she kind of forces his hand because she sees the only way to get the answer she needs is to become a part of the secret society. And there's essentially a competition between low-level members to make it to become a Legendborn, and she forces his hand to sponsor her in this. So she forces him to like join back in, and now she's entering a magical competition, and there's just so many good things happening at once. And the early pages of this book, I cannot wait to read more. The society itself has a lot of hierarchy, there's magic, there's intrigue. I don't really know what's going on, but it's incredibly interesting. It's kind of like referencing like King Arthur and stuff like that. Wizards are called Merlins, stuff like that, and I'm sure we're gonna learn a lot through our main character Bree now as she's trying to like join the organization. I don't know, it's just so good so far. I really can't speak more highly about the writing. It's so inviting, you don't want to put it down. Like, I really can't express that enough. And Bree as a main character is just it's just someone you want to read 6 books about. Like, I can already tell that I love her and that she is such a perfect main character and heroine in a story like this. I don't know, I'm just having so much fun reading this. It's the perfect book to read on a gloomy Sunday day where I feel like I'm just gonna marathon it. And I'm just excited to read more and learn more and get more from the story, because holy macaroni, it's good so far, guys. It's so good and it's so fun. I love it when things work out. I love when hype lands. It's just the bomb. Clay and I went on some random errands, which included me buying these Christmas book socks, which I thought were cute. Other important items we bought were Cheetos. These are the only hot Cheetos I could find after going to 3 stores. Doritos. But really, we wanted to update our candy store to be, you know, properly seasonally themed. So we picked up these guys, M&M's, Trees, and Kisses, and Werther's, because Clay is an old man and likes Werther's. Anywho, so that's what we bought. I'm especially excited about these socks. And I'm gonna go back over there, eat some Cheetos, and read. Time for a vibrantly red snack. Hot Cheetos are the most festive snack. IMO. And I'm gonna get back to reading Legendborn. All right, I've passed the 150 page mark of this book. Everything I've said about it stands, and if anything, I am more intrigued because everything just appears to not be what it is. So, lots of mystery to be had in this book. I'm going to do a bit of editing, and I'm gonna have this on for now, but I do think I'm gonna play some Legend of Zelda and listen to some Folklore, I think, by Taylor Swift. All right, I finished editing my video and it's all uploaded. Clay's over here now too, and then I ended up talking to my best friend on the phone for an hour, so I haven't played any Zelda, and I don't think I'm going to tonight, but I definitely will tomorrow. But now we're gonna watch some Community, I think,
Episode of Community,
and some more Bleach, and then I'm gonna start dinner too, which is gonna be risotto. Oh my god, Millie and this polar bear is a saga. Did you guys see? I hope so. She loves this polar bear, but also it's the size of her, and she'll just carry it around. Is she gonna oblige us for this clip, or should she just not want it on the table? Millie, grab your polar bear. Grab your polar bear, Millie.
throw it for her.
Oh, there we go. You want me to throw it? Yeah? All right, hold on. Hold on, hold on. It's the size of her. But she loves it. All right, I'm starting dinner. A bit of a mullet going on back here. We also fit the turkey in the fridge, which is exciting. In general, don't judge my fridge is a disaster, so, you know, Please don't judge me too harshly. But I'm gonna make risotto tonight, which I think I already mentioned, which is some like Italian sausage and some veggies, which I'm really looking forward to because risotto is delicious. That's it. So I'm gonna get started now. Starting the prep and then cooking the sausage, which is gonna go inside of the risotto first, which is almost done. Saute the onion and zucchini together. Then you add the rice and a little bit of liquid, and you essentially like slowly add liquid as the rice or pasta, if this is, I don't know what it technically is, absorbs it for like 30 minutes. It takes about 4 cups of water for 1.5 cups of risotto. And hope I don't mess it up. Once risotto is finished cooking, I'm stirring back in the sausage I cooked earlier, some Parmesan, and some butter. And then this is all set to eat. It's kind of like not the cutest risotto, but she's tasty. She kind of looks like some food Millie would eat. Though Millie would be thrilled to eat this, I'm sure. Bon appetit with the Christmas candle and Community. We are almost done with season 1. The show is really funny. Donald Glover is an icon, Millie. Truly. Biblioteca. I don't know the rest of the song. I've watched anime, I've laundered, but now I am going to do some serious reading. I want to read at least 100 more pages, maybe more, tonight to get to page 250 before tomorrow. Obviously my goal for this reading vlog is to finish this entire book. So far, it's super strong. I have nothing new to say besides the fact that it's just really good so far. And I really love this sort of like secret society. And I don't know, like I'm very sus of everything. So is our main character. She's like, I don't know about this, guys. But anyway, I'm gonna read because things are wild. And there's trials. I didn't even know there was trials going into this book. Competition within a fantasy setting is always some of my favorite like tropes. I feel like it just is always entertaining. But okay, I'm gonna read, and I'll update once I have new thoughts and feelings. Hi. I wanted to check in because I have passed 200 page mark. I'm gonna keep reading, but I figured it was time for a reading update, and my thoughts and feelings still continue to be super, super positive. I'm really liking this book a lot, and obviously given where I'm at, I'm finding a bit more out, and things are really getting spicy. I almost feel bad for our main character, Bree, because it's been at like 100 intensity her entire time at University of North Carolina, and because I like her so much, I really wish she could just attend classes and be the smart girl that she is and just like thrive. Not that she's not thriving, but she's also, trying to fight off demons, uncover secrets of this weird, super white, long American secret society, and then also trying to uncover secrets of her mother's past. Like, she's got a lot of things that she's juggling right now. It's just an intense story. But speaking of this sketch, Secret Society, I'm really liking learning about it, and I like learning about it from Bree's perspective. Obviously, there are a lot of different members, and everyone is super young. So with context, how it works is it's like everything's connected to King Arthur's table and his table of knights. And there are essentially 13 primary knights, and like as you get closer to one, the more powerful you are, and like I guess closer you are to Arthur. Like how it works is like the knights are immortal, so they can call on a descendant of that knight and kind of like imbue them with their power. And generally speaking, only low-ranking knights are called, but there's been an increase in demon attacks, which now like higher ranking knights are starting to be called and imbued by their ancestors. Also, only young people can be used as scions for their ancestors and become like knights to help fight. So there's this sort of like duty and honor, and these people have been training their whole lives to do it, and they can take on pages, and like they can then become a vassal, which can utilize some of the power if they're like attached to that family, which is what our main character Bree is like in the competition to become. She's like, competing for one of those limited spots to become a vassal and help fight in this like never-ending war against demons. But all of this is like kind of displayed with, there's a lot of like murkiness to it, and you're kind of like, no one's really wanting to ask questions. There's lots of sacrifice, and there are many people within this organization that you really like, both in the competition. She's like making friends and acquaintances. The main guy, Nick, who she definitely has a crush on, is really sweet too, and there's like lots of great characters, but there's also kind of this institution of older people, and they're just kind of sketch you out. At least that's the vibe I'm getting the whole time, so I'm just kind of like, what is going on? I also wanted to shout, there has so far been really great representation. Obviously Brie, our main character, is Black. Her best friend is Taiwanese American, and a lot of the story, obviously, as Brie is our main character, she's experiencing all these supernatural things, but she's also experiencing, as a young Black woman, being involved in a secret society that is predominantly white and predominantly full of men. She's at a campus where she is, again, surrounded by predominantly white students, and so she's experiencing things not only as an outsider to magic. Not only is she dealing with having to basically take a crash course in magic and trying to survive not being killed by demons, but she also has to deal with a bunch of microaggressions from people surrounding her on a daily basis. And all of this is very much present in the book, and that's definitely something I wanted to shout out. Outside of that too, there has so far been a queer relationship present, as well as a non-binary character, which I wanted to mention as well. But overall, I'm just really liking this book. There's just so much, like, I could just see, like, I'm just at the surface, and I feel like this book is gonna grow, and like, I think it can just keep going, and I'm just excited to be on the ride. There's also there's like sprinklings of her mother's like past too, because she went to the University of North Carolina, so like there's a mystery to her mother, which is definitely connected to her like powers that are beginning to awaken, and there's just so much connection. It's like a murder mystery, a magic mystery, secret society, a coming of age story, kind of a rom-com because there's such great character interaction and like starts of romance. Like, there's so much going on, and it's just so good so far. Anyway, I'm gonna stay up late, I'm gonna keep reading, and I don't know, I just have only good positive things to say because I'm just liking this book. But again, trying to get to page 250 to maybe 300 tonight, we'll see. But that is my update so far. It's a wild ride. It's like this book has been at 100 the entire time. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. It is the gloomiest rainy Monday, which is honestly perfect because I just plan on reading and hanging out today. I'm still in my PJs. Will I get dressed? Jury's out. So get excited for that journey. I was able to read to page 250 last night before I fell asleep, and this book is really heating up. But I'll talk about that in a bit because I'm actually going to sit down right now and do some more reading, and then I'll do another check-in. I also have a few Instagram things I want to get done this morning. I really like doing my to-do list right when I wake up. Personally, it's just who I am. So I'm going to do that as well, but I'm really going to try to take it easy today and I don't know, just read and, you know, play Zelda, and we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy the gloomy weather. That's it. That's my spiel. So happy Monday. Welcome to the last day of the vlog too. Hi friends, I have just passed the 300 page mark, so I'm making excellent progress on this book and I'm really liking it. Something I wanted to mention, which I just think is so good, is how the author is kind of playing with this duality of history, or like portraying a duality of history, with the idea of like the well-known historical narratives are always constructed by the people in power, the victors, or just individuals who have the most control. And that's true for like our life and our existence here, but obviously true in this novel as well. So Brie is kind of functioning within this world with one set of rules of understanding of like what's been told to her. So part of the story is like coming to terms and coming to grips with her own history and like her connection to her mother, and like possibly an alternative version of what she has been kind of told by this secret society that she's also involved in. Because what I think is really interesting is the secret society is set up this like Knights of the Round Table. It's cool because like the different knights have different magical powers, and there's all of this lineage and family and history and blood, and all of this has been established and around for such a long time. And normally when you encounter this sort of fantastical structure within a fantasy story, you just assume that it's just and good, especially with the association to knights and valor and honor and all of that shenanigans. And not that it's bad, but it's also just like the status quo, and no one's really trying to question the undercurrent of it. So that's kind of what I mean about the duality, because it's like she's experiencing this and she is told to just accept it, but then she's starting to begin and learn some other things and some other unspoken things that are kind of like vilified for no good reason outside of the fact that it's just not status quo, as I said, from a historical perspective. So she's beginning to kind of, and we as a reader are beginning to learn about possibly like alternative magic and an alternative power source. And it's making us question, just like Bree, the secret society that she's involved with. But it's like complicated because you like the characters and there's obviously a romance there. There's another character, Nick, who is her scion and is like helping her train, and he's also like you know, connected to a really powerful family within the secret society, and they're having this will they won't they. He's such a soft boy and I really love seeing them together, and their romance is definitely a nice break to a lot of the intense fighting that's happening. But I just wanted to call out this interesting duality of the history, and I really appreciate it. It's like the expected historical narrative, and then she subverts it to be like, well, shouldn't we question that? Like, why are they powerful? Like, why are they able to do the things that they do? And she's just presenting like alternative history and alternative magic from individuals who are just not as widely celebrated because they don't have the societal power as a bunch of old white men through time, essentially. So I don't know, it's just really cool. And again, it's both in like personal history and lineage, also in the case that I feel like she's kind of subverting even fantasy tropes and kind of like making the reader confront like how we encounter like well-known magic structures and setup, and she's like forcing us to be like, no, but question it because you should. And it's so good. But anyway, I have 180 pages left, so I'm making really good progress. I think I'm going to get changed for the day, you know, just push myself to get dressed and that's really my big plan so far. But I just wanted to give you an update because Legendborn is, I have so many questions. There's so much to discuss. OOTD, I'm just wearing this really comfy hoodie from Madewell. I've been wearing this so often since I picked it up a few months ago. It's so cozy. And then just my favorite jeans. I've had these for years and years and years, also from Madewell. Who's surprised? I'll have both of these linked down below. This is still in stock and I'll find an alternative for these. I also just want to say, as I don't think I've ever said it before, I use affiliate links, and anyone who shops them, I really, really appreciate it. Absolutely no pressure to shop them, but it is just a small way to support my channel, and I just really want to shout out and say thank you, because it's a small but a really impactful, and it means so much to me, way just to help my content. But I just want to say thanks so much. A very exciting package finally arrived. It's so cute they do like cut out stars and moons. But Clay got a sweatshirt from Folklore, I got another sweatshirt from Folklore, and the vinyl arrived. And I'm totally gonna put this on while I play Zelda today. I did the hide and seek one, which took me a long time to decide, but I'm very pleased with this. Very pleased indeed. My sunshine pup doing her sunshine things. So I'm gonna make some lunch, and by lunch I'm gonna make breakfast for lunch. I have bacon in the oven as we speak, and I'm gonna make some eggs and some toast. Just sounded really good. And I don't know, like, I'm living my life. I'm eating breakfast whenever I want. Breakfast food is my favorite food, so we're doing it. So I'm gonna make that. I'm probably gonna finish Real Housewives, and then I'm gonna play Zelda for a little while. I'm gonna put my new Taylor Swift vinyl on. Then I'm definitely gonna do more reading. My goal is to finish Legendborn before dinner tonight, and then read more Mad Ship later. But I'm tracking pretty well. I've read another 20 pages or so, so I have like 100, I think, in 160 pages left, so definitely doable. But now it's time to make some eggs. Bacon is done, toast is toasting, or I should say bread is toasting, and then I'm cooking the eggs and one piece of bacon that just needed to cook a titch longer, and we should be all set. Bon appetit. Time to watch Real Housewives. I have to show you guys something. Have you ever seen a more comfortable bug in your entire life? I don't think so. Hi friends, Clay's on a conference call, so I've stepped into the other room. I'm gonna start playing Zelda in a minute, but I read another 50 pages. I sat down just to read a few, and of course I flew through another 50 pages of the book. So I have about, oh, Matilda's joining me. So I have about, goodness, 100 pages of this book left. And I just wanted to talk about a few more things in case I haven't been clear about it. So one, the trials aspect of it is still going strong, and it's such a great device, one for moving the plot forward, but also learning about all the different magic and the structure in this world, because there's definitely a lot of exposition that the author needs to go through, and I feel like she's done a really great job providing background and information and still keeping things mysterious where it needs to be, but giving the reader enough to be hooked and generally know what's going on. But the trial aspects has been great. It's also allowed for the introduction of a lot of characters. Obviously I've talked about Bree, our main character, and Nick, who is kind of the, I'd say like the second biggest character in this book and kind of the primary love interest so far, who's such a soft boy and he's high up in this society. But obviously given the trials, Bree interacts with all sorts of people both within the society, which some of them are great, some of them are terrible, but they all have different powers and interests and personalities, and I feel like each one has a really clear characterization, which I really appreciate. But outside of the secret society, as Bree's also trying to learn more about her mother's past and kind of get closer to an alternative form of magic, there are other people like Patricia, who's an adult figure that provides a lot of guidance, who I've really appreciated too. So outside of all the magic and adventure, there's also just excellent characterization, both good and bad. And probably the most interesting character too outside of Bree is this character named Cell, who's involved in the society, and he's the Merlin, who is this magical force who has to protect all of the Legendborns and the Scions and the Pages, like everyone. He is the most powerful magical individual, and he kind of has a mysterious past too, and him and Bree have a very complicated back and forth. In a lot of ways they are, and like they hate each other, but in some ways they also, I feel like they're gonna find a lot of common ground, which has been a really interesting relationship to see develop throughout the novel. But truly, I have to say this book has it all. Action, magic, a school setting, huge cast of characters. And keep in mind, while all of this is going on, the magic, the school, Bree just trying to like get settled in a new place, she's also having to deal with the emotional fallout and like facing her grief of the passing of her mother. And I would say her mother and her grief is very central to the story, either as a catalyst or just something that Bree is having to deal with every single day. Yeah, I really have very few complaints about this book. Like, it has captured my attention and things are really starting to heat up, because obviously the central sort of mystery is, while everything is going on, like more and more monsters are starting to appear and we don't know why. And I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's just so good. I'm so captured by this story. I really love Bree. I find her as a main protagonist to be exceptional. I think my only complaint, truly, and I'm nitpicking here, that I have for this book is that it kind of did the classic YA thing where our main character, who has no combat training at all, kind of catches on to combat training very quickly in kind of a condensed like 5-day span. That's probably a little unrealistic if they're fighting against people who have been training with weapons their entire lives. But outside of that, truly, I am just loving this story so much, and it's so hard for me to put down. The writing, everything, it's so good. I feel like a broken record, but I really mean it. I feel like it has so much going for it, and it's just fascinating. Like, there's so much care and world building that was put within the story, and you can just feel it on all of the pages. Like, everything was plotted out, and just there's no half measures with the characters, with the world, with the lore, with our main character, with the relationship she's developing between peers and adults, and I don't know, there's just so much to say. But anyway, I'm gonna play Zelda now, but I just wanted to let you know I only have 100 pages left, and this is a Legendborn fangirl vlog, which it deserves it. Screaming from the rooftops over here. But yeah, time for Zelda. Zelda is on. Clay's on a call. But I also have my Christmas tree mug, my book on standby, and then I'm gonna listen to music on my Bluetooth headphones, because no sound, because I don't want to disturb Clay. But this is gonna be great. Oh, and a Reese's Christmas tree snack. This is vacation. This is living. Hey Clay, show the world your sweatshirt.
It's my Taylor Swift sweatshirt.
What's your favorite song off Folklore?
Betty. I like them all though.
Yeah. What do you look
This Is Me Trying. It's got the songs in there.
Oh, okay, for reference.
Cardigan's pretty good. Last American Dynasty.
Oh, we should put the vinyl on right now.
Betty's my favorite though.
Yeah, you've always loved Betty. I like This Is Me Trying. I like Invisible String too. And I like Seven.
I like the name of Illicit Affairs. That sounds like a song that would have come out in the 80s.
Are you ever just reading your book and then your dog just joins you at the top of your head? Millie. But in other news, I only have like 40 pages left of this book, so I'm definitely finishing it before dinner. I don't know what Matilda is doing. Oh, ow! It's so good. So many emotions. I just feel like Bree was handled with such care, and I love that there's so much family at the root of the story, and just like watching her come into her power like literally fine, but also like go through the process of grieving and like confronting things that she's been hiding from has just been emotional. I just really like this book. But anyway, I'm gonna finish it now. I have no idea how things are gonna escalate because honestly things have been flying out left and right in the story. I just finished Legendborn. I'm like speechless. It was so good. The last, sorry, I was collecting my thoughts. The last part of that book, like my heart is still beating. It blew my mind. It was so good. I mean, I talk about an escalation of plot and setting the board up for later books in the series, and it's gonna be wild. But I mean, what a masterfully constructed YA fantasy novel. To characters, to history, to, I mentioned this duality of history and plot and fantasy, and just like, oh god, it was so good. 5 out of 5, like blew my mind, blew me out of the water. Wow. And also means I've read 490 pages. Oh god, I'm like flushed. My heart's racing. I think I'm going to eat a bowl of cereal, calm down, and watch Bake Off because I need some like decompress time because that book was so intense. Yeah, okay, I finished it. So good. So good. I have Great British Bake Off on, Clay's jamming out in his Taylor Swift hoodie, and I am going to start...
What?
I'm vlogging. And I am going to start dinner. I'm making black bean quesadillas. All right, working on the quesadilla filling. It's literally just beans and poblano and some tomatoes. Such a fast and easy and tasty dinner. We love beans in this household, so that's just how it goes sometimes. Had to pull out my big pan, but now you just combine and then quesadilla it, you know? All right, bon appetit. And I got my Cholula. Caught up on Great British Bake Off, and now we're moving to Dash and Lily, which we also started. We're in the midst of quite a few shows right now, but this is really cute. It's only 7 episodes long. We're on episode 4. It's really, really cute. Would highly recommend for Christmas. So we just finished Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, which is like a Christmas, I mean, you guys, it's a YA adaptation. It's like a mini series on Netflix. It's like Christmas in New York. I've actually never read the book, but I thought it was really cute. What did you think, Clay?
I really liked it.
It was like really captured holiday in New York vibes.
Yep.
It was funny, family. It's like, I don't know, really like what you would want in a holiday experience.
It's a cute little story.
Yeah, for sure.
And like the characters were fun to root for, and
the main actor is kind of like a knockoff Timothy Chalamet. How do you say his last name?
I'll let you do it.
Chalamet. I feel like I'm saying it wrong.
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet. Which fits the vibe. as well. But yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was a really good movie, or TV show, miniseries. It's like a little love letter to New York, which is obviously fun for people living in New York, but I think it would be fun for anybody.
Yeah. There's like a big part of it set in the Strand. It's like a notebook that they're passing back and forth and like daring each other to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's just cute. But now we're gonna go watch an episode of The Queen's Gambit, which we started a couple days ago. We're on episode 3. A bit of a vibe change, but another show that we're really, really liking with the rest of the world. So we're gonna go do that. Matilda being cute, but we are about to not watch Great British Baking Show, but The Queen's Gambit. And also, I have my e-reader on standby to read more Mad Ship. I've already read 490 pages over the past 3 days, but I'm hoping to get another like 30 to 50 pages more here, which I think would be a good way to top off this reading vlog. Wouldn't you say, Millie? Wouldn't you say? What are you laying? Oh, you're laying on your toy. Honestly, you're just so cute, and you're in the weirdest tangle of legs I've ever seen in my entire life, but alright, if you're comfortable. Hi pals, it's Reagan, and I'm just here next day to end this very long vlog, because I've also edited it and realized I forgot to film this clip, but I wanted to pop in and just quickly wrap up everything I was able to read. Obviously, the primary book I read was Legendborn from beginning to end, and it was so good. Please read this book. Add it to your wish list for Christmas. Buy it for your friends and family. Rent it from your library. I do not think you'll be disappointed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And that book was 490 pages. Was also able to read 40 pages of Ship of Magic, which is continuing to destroy my heart in all the best way possible, which I'm gonna try to finish over the next couple of days, so you'll see a new book hopefully in my next reading vlog that's not Ship of Magic. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another reading vlog soon. Goodbye!